Hello everyone, welcome back. So this is probably going to be the second episode here. Man, this is taking a long time to install, but it's getting installed. So here it is. So most of it's already all done. So you got the carriage bolts put in. Let me see. I oiled the heck out of this thing. So many tools involved in putting this thing together, so it rolls around a lot easier. This seems a little rough. As you notice, the holes on here were a little bit smaller than ½ inch as it claimed in the instruction manual. So I'm just putting some oil here, and this is just your typical air compressor oil I've been putting in. I'm hoping that helps a lot with the Alright, things moving smoothly. Something different about this particular Vise, or this product in general. It's not oiled like crazy like everything else, seems like. Hopefully you're all seeing that. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and just oil this up. Looks like you have to add your own oil to this thing. There we go. Let's see how that feels. Oh yeah, it's feeling great. Alright. So all the tools I use. Look at that hammer. Get out your sockets. Deep wall. You know it's going to take this much effort. Of course, this was a big help. It really was. And then this was also a big help, and you're going to need one of these to grind out the holes here, because they're not ½ inch, as you saw. Good old, get out your digital caliper too to make sure those measurements work out for you. So, yeah, that was quite a, oh man, that was quite a adventure right there. Wipe off this. It's a little oily. Look at that. My brand new gloves already dirty. Okay, so I think in this episode here, I'm going to be basically screwing everything in, which well, let's oil the crap out of this first. So that's all viced up, and then I'll take you guys out, and we'll be taking a look at this in a little bit more detail. Let's see. So just give it a good oil. Oh, damn thing came off. Which I meant to do that because I was going to oil it. Let's just give it a good oil here. And this is just a compressor lubricant, or what the hell is it called? Yeah, air tool oil. That's all this is. You know, I got a lot of this, so that's what I've been using as lubricant on this. So since I got it, I'll use it. So this is to prevent. So let's see how good this is. Okay, not too bad. Once you oil it, it just really starts spinning. So not bad. Okay, so it's pretty tight, you know. Let's see here on the swivel here, how far we have to, how many turns on the swivel do we have to turn to get this loosening it. I wonder how many, oh there's two. So there's two of these that control the swivel. Okay, I can kind of feel that. So I'm going to put some oil around here. You can already see going through the hole, that is. Okay. All right. So let's have it. Feels like it's falling in some kind of groove. No, maybe not. It's going to get a lot of wiggle room here now. Did I break this damn thing already? So I just want it to face this way so you can see it. Let's tighten this up here. I guess the more oil you add into this thing really gets tight. There we go. So now it's okay. There we go. It's really going. Let me add oil to the shaft now. Oil to the threads here in the back. Just oil it up, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. Oil it up. Okay. Let's add a little bit more oil here now. Now, I've never owned a Vise, but then again, I can't imagine how hard it could be to own a Vise, but at the same time, you just saw what all the crap I had to do just to get it to work for me. Alright. Okay, let's get you guys out of there. I know you've been staring at this damn thing like for a while now, and you probably wanna see this thing. So let's do that. Alright. So let's see, the first thing I noticed that when I close this thing is I want to see if it closes all the way, and it does and it doesn't. I mean, I want to take a flashlight, shine it through, let's see if anything comes out the other side. So you can see the light, which I guess is not too bad. I mean, it's just a Vise. This edge right here seems to show quite a bit versus over here. Oh, yeah, the edges kind of show, but just a Vise. Operation's much smoother after you oil this. It seemed kind of really rough, which is kind of unusual because typically these are oiled like crazy. But yeah, it's smooth, very smooth now. I haven't really locked this in place yet, but that's alright. So, let you guys kind of see it. This is the back side here. There's some kind of measurement as how far it's out. Now when I say 5 inches, I'm assuming, do they mean 5 inches in the jaws, or let me see, that's 5, and then let me see how far. That's about all it's gonna go right there. So let's take a measuring tape and figure out what are they talking about here. So I think there's a measuring tape right here. So okay, so let's take a measuring tape here. Got it backwards, but let's see. Yeah, 5 inches. Sorry. 5 inch. You can see that. anyways, there you go, 5 inches. So let me see how much, and this is about 5 inches. It's a little bit under 5 inches. 5 and 15/16, something like that. So there you go. And then here's the jaw side. This is the side that what makes it a little different. The multi-purpose use of this part. It's right here, and that's what you're getting. You're getting the top portion here to clamp onto something, and then here having pipes or something like that. I mean, you can do that with the bottom portion. As you can see that it really looks like it's blue, doesn't it? If you look at the side of that, that's kind of what I was talking about. It really is blue, but you come up here on top, and it's milled, the metal finish on it. But the teeth, oh well, doesn't matter. Let me see here. You see some areas like right here that aren't, I don't know, patinaed or blue or however you want to call it. So, alright, after you oil it up, it feels good. I haven't clamped anything down on it yet. This is just out of the box review, installing it. I tell you need to oil the heck out of it. So let's go down here at the bottom and see the bolts I was telling you about. And so they're in, and now let's see if I could break them off. So the idea is that I'm going to take this, and then I probably want to do a better job. I want to probably come up to here and see if I could just break them off right here. So let's see what happens, okay? Let me see if I can do this with one hand here. Or I might have to put you guys away. Now this is about all I can do. It's like right about there. I wonder if I need something else to do this with. Can't imagine what. Trying to think here. What's the best way to do this? Because I kind of don't want these sticking out. I can always get another bolt, I guess. I mean, they're not expensive. They're not galvanized or anything, so galvanized ones are really expensive. So let me see if I could just... Gosh darn. Now they're too hard for me. If they're a 1/4 inch, I could probably snap them off right here, but these things are little thick here. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. Usually if they're 1/4 inch, you would take something like this and just be able to break them off. These are 1/2 inch, they're not going anywhere. I do kind of want to cut them off because I just feel like I'm going to hurt myself over here. So we'll see what happens with that. But oh well, that was worth a shot. Of course it's not going to work. Oh, anyways, I got my vise. Let's have what else can we do here? Take a look at it real quick. Oh boy. So let's take a look at it on this side. This is the anvil. just want to do that. What the hell? So let's see what kind of holding power it has. Let's see what I can do. Let me put you guys back in. So let's see. This is just a pine, I believe, southern yellow pine. So I want to see how far I can turn this thing, and let's see if it leaves any indentations on this. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get on this side here. So these are all, I'll lock these into place here. Okay. Okay. Whew. So looks good. Take a little flashlight to it. See, see if there's any damage, shall we? Let's see here. I don't see any damage to it whatsoever. It's really tight. So I'll just move you guys around now. So there we go. See, it's really squeezing in there. This is just a piece of pine, so okay. Didn't hear anything snap or break. Of course, I wouldn't expect it to. All right, so let's take it out. See what damage, indentation it's left. Okay. See if anything's warped from vicing this thing. Okay, so there you go. That's the indentation left. Alright, so it's pretty tight. And then let's see if it's back to normal. Pretty safe. Don't see anything to it. There you go. Doesn't seem like it's a bigger gap or anything. Yeah, I don't see any bigger difference. So, alright, well, there's your review on it. And yeah, it took that long. It's about an hour and a half, alright. And let's just go over some of the tools that we had to use in order to do it. So you got your carriage supposed to get lag bolts or hex bolts, which you can do. I got carriage bolts, and they 1/2 inch, and you know they look really nice, you know, rounded, but it's a little gap. Let me see if I can show you a little gap anywhere. Let's see, there you go. So it does leave a little gap here. I might unscrew that and grind that a little bit so it can go in. But there it is, okay? So anyways, I already got it, so no biggie. And then what else? Okay, so if you have an air grinder, this is probably what you want to use, because as you know, the holes on here, the holes here are not 1/2 inch, so you probably have to grind that. This probably would have been a lot better. I wouldn't have, or anything like this. If you have electric grinder, that's fine, but something like this. So I had to use this. What else? Yeah, that's right. You had to use. We had to use this as a drill. 1/2 inch drill here. So we had to use that. What else did we have to use? Here, if you have an electric, that's fine. I have an air ratchet, 1/2 inch, or in this case it's 3/4. So you need 3/4 for the nuts on a 1/2 inch bolt. Of course, use the adapter for that, but anyways, so that, and oh boy, yeah, we got to use more tools just to install a tool. And I'll just go over it one more time, and just because I have it. You know, you think you get these tools and I'm wasting my money or time. No, I'm not. I mean, I use these tools whenever I can. So use my my caliper to confirm that the holes are not 1/2 inch. They're a little bit smaller than 1/2 inch. So use that. So you all probably don't need to use a caliper now, because now you know their holes aren't 1/2 inch. They're a little bit smaller. You have to grind them out. So, well, there it is. It's done. I got a vise. Probably should have angled it a little more so it's the rounded side is at this corner, but that's alright. I mean, it's, let me see if I can loosen it. Yeah, see, I can still work off of this side. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Let me loosen this here so I can. Sorry. Looks like I'm going to need 2 hands to operate this here a little bit. Just reduce some of that tension so you could turn it. So yeah, okay. So long as it doesn't hit on anything, I'm okay with it. Yeah. So I like it at this corner here. The whole point is I can really work with it at a 90, 180 plus 90, 280, 280 degrees ideally. So that's the idea. I have to drill another hole, I will. I mean, it doesn't matter. This is just it's a door that I made into a table. Okay. Yeah. Multi-purpose. You know, that's how I like to do these things. It's in a kind of an anvil. Got these, and then it's got these to hold pipes or whatever I need to hold in them. So, all right. Hope you all appreciate this. But yeah, and if you're gonna install this, anticipate using your arsenal tools. Oh yeah, don't forget, I did use this. Well, I had to use it because of the way I did it. So use this to drill a socket, air ratchet, hammer, even this freaking screwdriver, marker, and the air ratchet. Oh man, and the compressor. I was just throwing the compressor. So, alright, appreciate it. That's what it takes to install a Vise. So, I'm running out of batteries again, but thank goodness. So, please comment, like, dislike. You can also do a video response to this if you want to do that. Please subscribe so you can get the this isn't really going to be a field test, but I do plan on using a tap and die set with this and to do other things, so I'll probably do maybe updates on the various ways we can use a vise, or maybe be a little creative on how we use a vise, or other stuff, whatever. Now that I have one, I can do whatever I want now. So subscribe and get the updates, and also any deals that's coming up. I know that there's a Memorial Day sale going on where you can get one of these here. We know all about this, the pickup thing, for free with any purchase. A tarp. I believe you can get a tarp, and then I think something else. Not sure what it is, but I'm more eyeing the tarp because I only got one tarp out of the last freebie deal. I want another one. They're great because you can lay them down on the garage floor when you're doing your automotive work and you're doing some oil change. That way you don't dirty up your driveway or your garage. Because I've seen some, you drive around the neighborhood and you'll see people who have big old oil spots in their driveway. It's a shame. It looks really ugly. In their garage too. And it builds up dirt over time. So, alright, there you have it. Your 5-inch multi-purpose vise. Yeah, it's a bitch to put in, but once you get it in, hope you like it. Thanks. Bye. Oil here, and this is just your typical air compressor oil I've been putting in. I'm hoping that helps a lot with the Hello everyone, welcome back. So this is probably going to be the second episode here. Man, this is taking a long time to install, but it's getting installed. So here it is. So most of it's already all done. So you got the carriage bolts put in. Let me see. I oiled the heck out of this thing. So many tools involved in putting this thing together, so it rolls around a lot easier. This seems a little rough. As you notice, the holes on here were a little bit smaller than ½ inch as it claimed in the instruction manual. So I'm just putting some oil. There we go. Let's see how that feels. Oh yeah, it's feeling great. Alright, things moving smoothly. Something different about this particular Vise, or this product in general, it's not oiled like crazy like everything else, seems like. Hopefully you're all seeing that. Okay. There we go. That just. Let's go ahead and just oil this up. Looks like you have to add your own oil to this thing. Alright. So all the tools I use. Look at that. Hammer. Get out your sockets. Deep wall. You know it's going to take this much effort. Of course, this was a big help. It really was. And then this was also a big help, and you're going to need one of these to grind out the holes here because they're not ½ inch, as you saw. And good old, you know, get out your digital caliper too to make sure those measurements